everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the Samsung Galaxy A36 and compare it against the iPhone 16e and see which particular phone is a better one for you. Now, the biggest thing I can definitely tell you is that when it comes down to both these phones, they're both very interesting because on one hand, with something like the Samsung Galaxy A36, this is a phone that just came out. The iPhone 16e is also one of those phones that just came out. And if you're taking a look at both of them side by side, you're probably going to end up saying that for the most part, there's going to be some pros, there's going to be some cons between them, and we're just going to have to see which one is the better one for you. First things first, if you do want to go ahead and pick up either one of these particular phones, links will be down in the description below. You can get that from there, and you can help support the channel at the exact same time. Now, starting off with the outside of both these phones, the iPhone 16e, which just came out, on the front side of this particular phone is going to be giving you a 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display. Now, this type of panel for the most part really it's not a bad panel by any means, right? It's a good looking panel. It's going to be a fine phone for the most part, but you are definitely going to be noticing some interesting things going on with this type of device. One, it's giving you the notch up top, which is very surprising because for a phone like this, even compared to the A36, which is cheaper, this phone is going to be giving you less, it's going to be giving you more bezel than the A36, which is actually pretty insane. So that right there is going to be a pretty interesting thing when it comes down to it from that side. It's giving you a little bit of bezel around it, but it's not anything super crazy. And I do think if you are going to go through and pick up a phone, this is overall like a decent option. It's not really like a terrible option, but again, it's a 60 Hz panel. There's not really anything super insane going on with it. With the Samsung Galaxy A36, on the other hand, this phone is going to be giving you a 6.7-inch Super AMOLED display. So with this type of phone, it's going to be giving you a larger display. It's going to be 120 Hz, and it's going to be giving you 1900 nits of peak brightness, which is actually pretty insane. It's giving you a brighter display, a bigger display, and a higher refresh rate than the iPhone 16e. It's giving you less bezel on it, and it's actually giving you a cheaper price tag too. So that is honestly a pretty insane thing going on there just in and of itself. The fact that that type of phone is going to be giving you that type of capability. Like, that is a really nice thing to have inside of a device. And although it's not like the best device of all time and it's definitely going to be giving you some issues, I do like and I do appreciate the way that Samsung made that type of display. On the bottom, both these phones are going to be giving you USB Type-C ports, which again is another cool thing kind of think about there too. On top of that, with the Samsung Galaxy A36, this is also going to be one of those types of phones that's also going to be giving you a standard glass back, where the iPhone 16e is giving you a frosted glass back. So that right there is going to be another one of those things to keep in mind there too, because if you're wanting a better type of device, you might have to look at something like a Samsung Galaxy A36 as not being as good of a device overall as something like an iPhone 16e. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but once again, that is going to be one of those minor things to kind of keep in mind there too. I will say though, in my personal opinion, both phones look great. But there's some key things to keep in mind here. The iPhone 16e, although it doesn't have, it doesn't have a 120 Hz display, at least it is giving you wireless charging. The A36 does not give you any sort of wireless charging on the backside, which I think is kind of weird, but that's kind of what's going on here. You're also still maintaining things like MagSafe on the iPhone 16e as well, but the A36's layout on the back is giving you a nicer layout with that triple camera setup. The iPhone 16e right now is going to be costing you about $600. The Galaxy A36 is going to be costing you about $370. So this is going to be another one of those big things to keep in mind here too. Because if you're wanting an overall better type of device, this is one of the most important things to keep in mind here. Because if you're wanting the overall better phone here, it might just end up being something, like a, Galaxy A36 that's going to be substantially cheaper. So that right there is going to be a really big thing to keep in mind there too. Again, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but that is just going to be one of those other things to keep in mind there as well. So when it comes down to that, let's go and lead us into the cameras. The iPhone 16e is giving you a single camera setup on the backside, where the Galaxy A36 is giving you this triple camera setup. So this right there is going to be a very interesting takeaway here as well. So with this type of phone, it's giving you that triple camera setup, 50 megapixel wide, 8 megapixel ultra wide, and 5 megapixel macro lens, where the iPhone 16e is going to be giving you that single 48 megapixel wide angle lens and a 12 megapixel front facing camera on both of them. Now, you might already assume that the Galaxy A36 is the better phone here, because it is going to be giving you like more cameras and everything. But here's the thing, almost every single way you can imagine, a phone like an iPhone 16e is probably going to be giving you the overall better type of experience here. And there's a couple of reasons for this. Number one, that type of phone, it is going to basically be giving you 4K at 60 on the front and the back of that phone. And that right there is going to be a very nice thing to have inside of a device like this, because it is going to be giving you overall better type of experience. And that is kind of a really big thing to keep in mind there. Because if you're going to go ahead and kind of, think about it from that side, that is going to be a pretty big thing to keep in mind there in that situation. So that camera is going to be better, and it's overall going to be giving you a much nicer experience when it comes down to it overall today. So kind of keep that in mind, when it comes down to it. When it comes down to software longevity, this is probably going to be one of those areas where a phone like a Samsung Galaxy A36 and the iPhone 16e are going to be roughly around the same. Now, it's going to be a little bit more tough because we're not really 100% too sure like what we're going to be thinking about. But in my personal opinion, from what I'm seeing, you are probably going to be getting roughly around, the same type of lasting type of device when it comes down to both of these. So it is going to be one of those big things to keep in mind here, because if you are wanting the device that is going to be giving you a longer lifespan, well, it's going to be tough to say which one's going to be like 100% the better one. But it does kind of look like to me that if you're wanting the longer lasting one, they're both going to be roughly around the same. In terms of battery life, the Galaxy A36 is giving you that 5,000 mAh battery, where the iPhone 16e is giving you a 4,000 mAh battery. So that right there too is another one of those big things to keep in mind there. And I would probably tell you, if you're going to go through and pick up a phone, you're probably going to be getting pretty similar battery life from this side as well. And finally, when it comes down to the performance, the iPhone 16e is going to be giving you that Apple A18 chip with 8GB of RAM, where the Galaxy A36 is giving you that Snapdragon 6 Gen 3 chipset inside with 6, 8, or 12 gigs of RAM. So that right there is going to be another pretty big interesting differentiating factor. Without a doubt, the performance on the iPhone 16e is definitely going to be better than the performance on the Galaxy A36. The Galaxy A36 is going to be a far better phone here. That one's going to be, the iPhone 16e, is going to be the one that's going to be giving you a far better experience here. And if you're going to try to get the better type of device, well, that one makes a lot more sense to go and buy for the most part than something like a Galaxy A36, especially when it comes down to the performance perspective. But the performance on the Galaxy A36 is still pretty decent when it comes down to it as well. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there too. And overall, what I can definitely tell you is that, in my personal opinion, a device like a Samsung Galaxy A36 for the price is actually pretty decent, because you are getting things like a higher refresh rate, a bigger size, brighter panel, less bezel. That triple camera setup in the back is nice, and it's not in a bigger size battery, it's pretty good. But the iPhone 16e I think is the one that makes kind of more sense to go and buy. That one I think is the better one. It's going to be giving you a better type of device and a better type of experience. So I would probably imagine that that is the one that I would look at as being the far better one here for the most part. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.